Pocket English podcast
from your pocket. Welcome back to Pocket English. Today, we are going to build a survival simulator for the most terrifying 3 minutes in the English language. You just met your new international colleague, you smiled, shook hands, and said nice to meet you, and now there is dead silence while you wait for the barista. The awkward panic sets in, your heart beats fast, and you have absolutely no idea what to say next.
I remember my first week at a new office. I used to just stare at my phone and pretend I was reading a very important email so I wouldn't have to speak to anyone in the break room.
By the end of this short episode, you will have a complete roadmap of 5 simple, connected topics to smoothly fill any coffee break silence, and you will practice them out loud with me today.
I love this idea. We spend so much time studying grammar textbooks, but nobody teaches you how to just stand next to a human being and be normal while waiting for a cappuccino.
Exactly. It is a very specific real-world skill. Let us start the simulator. You are standing in line at the cafe. You already said hello. Now you need to transition to the environment around you. The easiest, safest topic is food and drink.
So I should just ask them, what do you want to drink?
You could, but that can sound a bit direct, almost like you're taking their order as a waiter. Instead, we want to sound conversational. Try this phrase instead. Say, what do you usually like to get?
What do you usually like to get? That sounds much softer. It sounds like I am genuinely curious about their habits, not just interrogating them.
Exactly. And native speakers usually link those first few words together. They do not say, what do you usually? They say, what do you usually? What do you usually like to get?
What if it's their very first time at this cafe? They might not usually get anything here.
That is a great point. If you know they're new to the area, you can offer them a recommendation. A recommendation is a suggestion for something good based on your own experience. You can use a simple conditional sentence here. You say, if you need any recommendations, just let me know.
If you need any recommendations, just let me know. I really like that. It gives them a choice. I'm not forcing them to eat a blueberry muffin. I'm just opening the door if they want help.
Precisely. You are being a supportive guide. Now it is time for you, the listener, to activate your English. The silence is happening right now in the cafe. Look at the imaginary menu above the counter. Out loud, wherever you are, ask me what I usually order. Say, what do you usually like to get? Excellent. Now imagine I look a bit confused by the menu. Offer to help me. Tell me, if you need any recommendations, just let me know. Perfect. You just survived the first minute of the simulator. You broke the silence.
That feels like a huge relief. Just having those 2 sentences ready in my pocket takes the pressure off. But now we've ordered our coffee, we step to the side. Now we have to wait for the barista to make the drinks.
Yes, the wait. You have another minute or 2 to fill. This is the perfect time to shift from the environment to our second topic, which is travel.
Travel is a tricky one. I never know if I should ask them where they live or how long their commute is. Sometimes that feels a little too personal for someone I just met 5 minutes ago.
You are right to be careful. Keep it focused on their recent move to the city or their recent arrival. You can use the past simple tense to ask about an event that is already finished. Simply ask, how was your trip over here?
How was your trip over here? That's a brilliant question because it's so open.
It is. It lets them do all the talking. They might say the flight was terribly long, or they might say the train was delayed, or they might just say it was fine. After they answer, you listen, you nod, and then you use a great natural phrase. You ask them, are you settling in okay?
Settling in? What does that phrase mean exactly?
Settling in means getting comfortable in a new place. When you move to a new city or even just start a new job, it takes time to unpack your boxes, find your favorite grocery store, and feel at home. That process is called settling in. So asking, "Are you settling in okay?" shows that you care about their personal comfort.
That's a really warm thing to say. It shows empathy. Are you settling in okay?
I can imagine if I just moved to a new country, hearing someone ask me that would make me feel very welcome.
It absolutely does. Let's practice that together, listeners. Imagine your new colleague just told you their flight was 12 hours long and they lost their luggage. Out loud, ask them how their trip was. Say, "How was your trip over here?" Good. Now ask if they are getting comfortable in their new life. Say, "Are you settling in okay?" Excellent job. Your pronunciation was great. And right on time, the barista just called your names. Your coffees are ready.
Thank goodness, the waiting part is over. So we grab our cups. Do we walk back to the office now?
Not yet. You walk over to a small table near the window and sit down for a few minutes. The initial panic is totally gone. You are doing great. Now it is time to expand the connection with our third and fourth topics, work and family.
Usually, people just ask, "What is your job?" I hear that all the time, but honestly, it sounds a bit like a police interview.
We definitely want to avoid sounding like a textbook. If you are colleagues, asking, "What is your job?" feels very distant. Instead, try asking, "Which team are you working with?"
Which team are you working with? That sounds much more collaborative. It sounds like teammates talking to each other.
Exactly. It assumes you are already part of the same big group, just finding out which specific part they belong to. And by the way, if you're enjoying this simulator and want more simple, natural phrases for your daily life, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss our new episodes. We love helping you build your real-world confidence.
So we talked about work. They told us they're on the marketing team. How do we naturally transition to family without crossing a boundary?
You keep it broad and you relate it back to their move. You can simply ask, "Did your family move here with you?"
Did your family move here with you? I see how that works. If they're single, they'll just smile and say, "No, I came alone." It's not awkward. But if they have a family, it immediately opens the door for them to talk about their kids or their partner.
Precisely. It gives them the complete freedom to share whatever they want to share. You are not demanding personal details, you're just inviting them to talk. Let us practice this part, listeners. Ask me about my department at work. Say, "Which team are you working with?" Perfect. Now invite me to talk about my family's move. Say, "Did your family move here with you?" Wonderful. Look at what you're doing. You are holding a completely natural, flowing conversation in English. You moved from the coffee menu to their travel experience, to their work team, to their family life.
I'm amazed at how smoothly those topics connect. It doesn't feel forced at all. But now I have a new problem. We've been chatting for 10 minutes. The coffee is almost finished. How do I escape?
This is the hardest part for many learners. How do you end a conversation without being rude?
This is my absolute worst nightmare. I never know how to stop talking. I always end up just standing up very suddenly, shouting, "Okay, bye," and then practically running out the door. It's so embarrassing.
You are definitely not alone in that. Ending a conversation smoothly is a high-level social skill, but there's a very simple formula to exit gracefully. You use a conversational softener and you blame your work schedule.
Blame my schedule. How does that sound in English?
You can say, "Well, I should probably get back to my desk."
Well, I should probably get back to my desk. Why do we add the word probably?
The word probably is the magic ingredient. It softens the entire sentence. If you just say, "I must go to my desk," it sounds harsh, like you're tired of talking to them and you're demanding to leave. But when you say, "I should probably get back to my desk," it sounds reluctant. It sounds like you really want to stay and chat more, but your duty is pulling you away.
That makes so much sense. It protects their feelings. Well, I should probably get back to my desk. It feels very polite and very professional.
You can also use a slight variation of that phrase. You can say, "I should probably get back to it."
Get back to it? What is it?
In this context, it just means whatever work you were doing before you took the coffee break. It's a very casual, native-sounding phrase. I should probably get back to it.
I should probably get back to it. I like that one even better. It sounds effortless.
It's time for your final activation moment, listeners. It's time to end the chat. You look at your watch, you give a warm smile, tell me you need to return to your work. Out loud, say, "Well, I should probably get back to my desk." Great job! You did it! You successfully completed the coffee shop survival simulator.
Let's quickly review the roadmap so everyone has it memorized. You survived the line by asking, "What do you usually like to get?" You survived the wait by asking, "How is your trip over here? And are you settling in okay?" You survived the table by asking, "Which team are you working with?" And finally, you escaped gracefully by saying, "Well, I should probably get back to my desk."
You now have a complete safety script for the first 15 minutes of meeting someone new. If this episode helped you feel more confident about speaking, please hit the like button. We deeply appreciate your support. And for today's practice in the comments, if you were in this cafe with a new colleague right now, what drink or food would you recommend to them? Write your answer below using the phrase, "I would recommend."
And as your next step, tomorrow morning when you are actually commuting to work or getting your morning coffee, listen to this episode one more time. But this time, try to speak your parts out loud before Emma gives you the answer.
You have got this. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and we will see you in the next episode.